keeps us going? What gives us courage?
There you go.
The presence of our friends and loved ones? Doing good work reminds us of the vitality of life. Living our purpose and fulfilling our duties inside the Church of Christ.
This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Welcome to INCradio Micronesia. We are live streaming here in the district of Micronesia. I would like to greet those who are watching us in our YouTube channel. We want to say good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. Here in the district of Micronesia, we like to say our formal greetings in many different languages heard and spoken in the district. So we want to say half a day from the island of Guam and the Commonwealth of the Northern Marianas. We want to say Ali from the island of Palau, Kalangan from the island of Pohnpei or the federal state of Micronesia, and Lokwi from the islands of the Marshall Islands. So I want to say hello to everyone again. I am your host and producer here in the satellite studio, Sister Arlene Malikdem from the local congregation of Guam. And I also want to introduce one of my crew members with me, Brother Michael.
Hello again out there, Arlene. Thank you again for all of our listeners and viewers for tuning in. My name is Brother Michael De Jesus, also from the locale of Guam, district of Micronesia.
Awesome, Brother Michael. How are you doing this evening, Paul?
Sadly, I just caught a small cold. I'm just feeling a little congested and a few coughing, and you might hear it during our broadcast tonight.
Oh, I hope you will be feeling better soon. But thank you so much for joining with me here in this live streaming. And we want to go ahead and mention tonight what is our topic. And we are all going to be talking about, or both of us are going to be talking about, our first day on the job. Do you still remember your first day on the job, Brother Michael?
My first day was probably like a couple years ago. It was nerve-wracking and also exciting at the same time. So,
okay, we will talk about that, right? We will talk about all of that during our discussion. But before we do anything else, we want to give way, of course, to all of our supporters here on INCradio Micronesia. And first of all, we want to mention Sister Avi and Sister Bam Bam, who is going to be introducing first our YouTube chaplet. So go ahead, Sister Avi, take it away.
Actually, after Arlene, I will be passing the mic to Sister Bam Bam.
Oh, okay. Sister Bam Bam, hi.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sister Bam Bam from the locale of Saipan. And if you want to know more ways how to support us, Kuya Tech will play a short video for us.
Team Live Chat, we love hearing from you, but we want to know, where are you tuning in from?
Have you heard about our hashtag challenge?
That's right! Don't forget to hashtag your local congregation in the comments down below.
Not only that, hashtag your CFO too.
And at the end of the show, find out who won our hashtag challenge.
Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the show.
Alright, right, thank you so much to our Kuya Tex for playing that short video. So as you heard, please comment down below your local congregation and as well as your organization. And we will read them out, and hopefully you will be one of our supportive winners for next week's broadcast. So stay tuned for that. And before I go on, I am Sister Avi and Augustine, or Sister Avi for short, from the local congregation of Guam. And for tonight, I will be one of your YouTube engagers alongside Sister Bam Bam, who just spoke earlier. So we have our YouTube engagement question for tonight, and it is, what is the first thing you look for when you enter a new workplace? I will be posting this question on the YouTube live chat as well as our discussion questions later on for tonight's broadcast. So please be on the lookout for those and please participate with us. We love to hear from you in the live chat and we will read it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sister Avi, for that first question. Yes, to start off this topic, all about reminiscing and remembering our first day on the job, which hopefully I could remember too as well. But thank you for posing that question. So I want to go with Brother Michael, because Brother Michael, we are going to be talking about this topic this evening. What is the first thing you look for when you enter a new workplace?
Um, not to sound funny, but emergency exit.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
So safety first, right? It's always
safety
like,
first, right?
yeah, trying to figure out where's the nearest exit, right? Or the
Right.
safest exit.
Well,
It,
besides that, like where you're gonna be working for the entirety of your job, right? So just but I believe in the processing when you're entering the new job, right? They'll probably also like already show you like where your station gonna be at in your workplace. So yeah.
so, Brother Michael, now that you have mentioned that, during your interview, just in substance to your finding the exit, were you able to get a tour of the new workplace, or was it really at the first day of the job you were able to see where you worked?
I didn't really get a full tour. Maybe just on my own time, I did just like look around to see and get like familiarized with the place already. But not the entirety of the workplace. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay. You know what? For most of my job interviews, or at least my first job, I was able to see it already after like the job interview. So this is how they gave me a tour, even though I didn't get a job yet, which is really good because they kind of gave you a tour of knowing where you're gonna work, and kind of gives you an idea, do you want this job, right? And of course, I did want the job. It was fine, and I took it. So such an interesting aspect how you mentioned about uh, during your job interview you didn't get to see the new workplace, but um, interesting. So, Brother Michael, let's go ahead and see what kind of background you come from. Like, what are you involved in your life? Like, what is your current work right now?
So I'm in human resources and also helping out in the payroll for the company. So there's a it goes hand in hand. For some companies it's separate, but depending on like where you're at. For in my situation, I handle both. Try to do half and half. But I have a team as well already, so they kind of know the ropes too as well. So we cover each other, we cover for ourselves when someone's out or stuff like that.
Wow, so involved. And yes, thank you. This is such a great opportunity for you because your background is in HR, which is human resources for the work. And that is an important job, right? Especially when it comes to a line of business. They always have to be that human aspect, because we're not robots, we are humans, so we always have
Right.
to be able to take care of each other, right? Yes. So thank you for that background. I come from, Brother Michael, from a customer service more background, but it's quite interesting too is that I actually have my degree in human resources, so it's kind of interesting how I could also relate to you when it comes to your to your job. So kind of like everywhere too. I'm in accounting and the customer service, so it's almost like a all year around all hats or something.
Right. Yeah.
All the hats that I fulfill. Yes, and it's kind of overbearing sometimes, but something I cannot handle, then I'll mention to my leaders or to my supervisors. But thank you for giving us an idea of your background. Now, let's go back to first day on the job. If we can remember, I can remember my first day on the job. But for you, what was the most important thing to prepare for as like your first day on the job?
Okay. So, you know how you said it was like overbearing, right? Like with all things HR and also accounting stuff, right? So you gotta prepare a lot to learn because what you learn in probably in school versus actually in the work field, it may not be the same, but or exactly the same, right? But you learn a lot. Also, another thing to prepare for is like you get plenty of sleep, of course, so you can have the energy, you can have the full attentiveness on your first day, and then also with the tools that you're going to be using in your workplace. That's one thing you also have to prepare for when it's on the first day of the job. So for me, it's more on the office space, so more on computers, and also preparing for like the staff and sometimes even guests to where I'm at. I forgot to mention it's human resources in the hotel business or hospitality. Yeah.
Hospitality, that's right. I was waiting for you to kind of like put that in already, Brother Michael. But yes, thank you so much. We have to be mentally prepared and agree and have good sleep, so then how you're going to feel and be receptive to everything you're going to learn that day. And it could be overwhelming, overbearing, because they're going to be like, this is what you're responsible for, this, and this is how you're going to do it, this is this, and not everything will be shown to you all in one day. I'm sure that they'll gradually like um, lead you into all of that. Now,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Because overloading that's on the first day is it's gonna probably scare the person, right? And
True.
I can see people being like, okay, this is not what I signed up for, and they'll just like find the nearest exit, just like Brother Michael mentioned. That's
Right.
the first thing he looks for in
That's
a
funny.
new workplace. But they'll find the nearest exit to like, okay, I'm just not the job for me, and go, right? Um, and that's what we want to be able to be comfortable in the job that we do, because that is going to be like 8 to 5 thing, or like 8 hours of your day just being at work. Now, so we talked about the most important thing. Now, how do you respond now that we're communicating, we're talking to everybody, getting to know everyone? How do you respond in giving or receiving feedback from like your coworkers or even like your supervisor?
Um, so it's uh, I mean the right thing to do is always to try to be positive, right? So bringing that positive energy in your workplace, can you never go wrong with that. So no matter what happens, right there, depending on the other person too as well, right? So they sometimes it's not always the best day for them. They have some days that are down. So having the positive energy will help both parties or whoever you're going to be meeting, so that they can, go well smoothly, less stress. You'll have more energy to really continue on working, right?
Agree, brother Michael. You touched a little bit about even the other person, meaning like your coworker, your supervisor, may have a not such a good day, and you can tell like sometimes their feedback could be a little bit harsh, or even just like so lax. You're like, well, I need help on this. Can you explain it to me a little bit more? Like, I remember feeling like that. Or at least I have that experience of uh, people not being too helpful, and you're right. Always bring that positive mentality, attitude, and feeding it back to your coworkers or your supervisor will actually turn their day around, which will all the more be like, man, I think Michael is a good coworker. He just brightens up my day, even though this person may have like a really stressful day already. But yeah, you're right. Could be a blessing in disguise for your supervisor or for your co-employees, right? Or co-workers. Thank you for explaining that. Positivity definitely is the answer when it comes to getting feedback, and being open to it, right? It's another thing, right, brother Michael? It's just make sure that we're open to feedback, because what we have learned also in previous live streaming from other guests is that you don't want to be that person to come out like, I know it all, right? That's
Right.
not the yeah. It
So
kind
like,
of gives you a bad vibe.
yeah. So like, when you're getting feedback, it's really crucial for us because we can't really grow without getting any feedback, right? It's not, yeah. So it's pretty much perfect or stuff like that, right? So yeah, yeah.
Agree. Thank you so much. You know what? I see that the YouTube chat is actually blowing up. Sister Avi, Sister Bam Bam. I don't know who wants to go first, but there are brethren that are actually listening in and tuning into our discussion. Can you go ahead and read out some of their answers to their discussion? We would love to hear from them.
Okay, yes, Sister Arlene, there are quite a few and a lot of brethren commenting and participating in our YouTube engagement question as well as our discussion question for tonight. So the first answer that I see from our YouTube engagement question, which was, what is the first thing you look for when you enter a new workplace? Brother Sean, he said the first thing I look for is what kind of food my coworkers brought for lunch so that he can share with them. So that's funny, but on a more different note, Brother Matt, he says, if Brother Michael's first observation is finding the emergency exit, then mine is to find the nearest restroom, since I may have my own emergencies. That's also good. I agree with that. And also, Sister Jade Pasha, she said the first thing I look for when entering a new workplace or maybe a classroom for her, I look for the people, since I always want to make new relationships with them and I also want to help them. That's very nice of you, sister. And oh, we also had another Sister Priscilla Batan saying hello, happy watching po from Rizal. Always God bless po to all. Hello po, thank you for tuning in. Um, and Brother Jan, he says, for me, it's really important to prepare yourself. And what he means by that is to be mentally prepared. If anything unexpected happens, you need to be calm and think carefully and also be flexible. He was answering the discussion question is, what is the most important thing to prepare for on the first day on the job? So I agree with that po. As well as Sister Jade, she says the most important thing to prepare for the first day is your communication skills. People would love to hear when you speak with them and and when learning new ideas for that job. I also agree with that, Sister Jade. They make very good points, but and I see Sister Misha Malabanan saying good evening, but to all. Good evening to all po. Hashtag Saipan. Hello po. Thank you for tuning in. Sister Bam Bam, do you have any more to read?
There is a lot more, but we have Brother Edward de la Cruz saying, "Good PM po, always tuning into INC Radio Micronesia. We would like to greet all the brethren in the District of Micronesia," as well as Brother Julius Malabanan saying, "Welcome, brethren, to Micronesia. Greetings to our District Minister, Brother Jovan Sabilio Jr., and have a great show." So far, that is it.
Thank you, Sister Amy, Sister Bam Bam. And yes, thank you so much to our Assistant District Minister, Brother Julius Malabanan, making those comments there on the YouTube chat. Yes, very informative. So thank you for that as well, for that feedback. Now, going back to our last question, Brother Michael. Now, in this time of age or this season, people have graduated from high school or college and they're looking to have that first job. Now, what advice would you like to give to someone starting their first job?
My advice for someone's first day of the job, uh, just to relax, to take deep breaths, and everything will be okay. It's good because you're bound to get a lot of nerves. You're gonna be like really, really nervous, right? And you don't want to be too nervous to where you're gonna be starting to panic and like, maybe not wanting to go to the first job, right? So you're gonna be nervous, but learn to control that nervous, and you'll be just fine. Just focus on what they prepared you to do on the first job, and do your best to perform those tasks on your first job.
Wow, coming from a HR employee, human resources employee, thank you so much for that awesome advice. Thank you again for even sharing your thoughts about our first day on the job. So thank you, Brother Michael, on that. Now that wraps up our discussion this evening. Those who are still tuning into our broadcast and reading all the comments or even saying any comments, I do want to give now the floor over to Sister Bam Bam and Sister Avi to read the rest of the comments this evening.
Okay, Sister R, I see a couple new ones from our Assistant District Minister, Ka Julius. He said, "First impressions last. Be a good Christian and let everyone see the light of our faith." That's the first important thing that we need to do as members of the Church of Christ. Always be a good Christian, boss. That's very good advice. And I see Brother Roel Kyle. He says, "Hello po and good evening from #Jigo." So we have Jigo in the house here tonight, as well as Katimothy Kamba. He says, "Happy viewing po, beloved brethren. Warm greetings to our District Minister, Ka Joven, and to our Assistant District Minister, Ka Julius, and co-ministers / workers and their families po." So thank you for tuning in po. There's also Ka Edward over here. I don't remember if Sister Bama read it out, but I will read it out again. He says, Good PM po, or good evening po. Always tuning into the INC Radio Micronesia. We would like to greet all the brethren in the District of Micronesia. Thank you for tuning in po and showing your support. And as well, Sister Bam Bam, do you have any more that you see that you would like to read out?
I think you read them all, Sister Evie.
I see one more. I see.
Oh, you do? Okay. Go ahead.
Yes. Brother Roger, really, I guess. He says, "Good evening po." Hello po. I think that's all I see for now, Sister Arlene.
Okay, thank you, Sister Avi and Sister Bam Bam, for your help on the YouTube chat. That's our YouTube chat team this evening. Now, this is all about Micronesia this evening. So let's go see what's been happening in the District of Micronesia.
CFO in action.
All right, thank you so much. That is our CFO in Action bumper, we want to mention what had happened last Sunday, that's June 9, 2024. We had a Kadiwa monthly meeting. Kadiwa is an organization here in the Church of Christ. Those who are 18 years old, baptized, and not married will have their meeting all about new stress and de-stress. This is a different stress uh, seminar about what is a good stress and what is a bad stress. This Kadiwa monthly meeting topic was very useful because they want to be able to trigger a good stress and not a bad stress. So those who are in attendance to those that topic this that Sunday, thank you so much for your support, and we would like to see all the Kadiwas all around our district of Micronesia to participate in all the monthly activities set for the district. Now, this coming weekend, which is this Sunday, we do have the Benhi monthly meeting. Those are the ones that are baptized and 18 years and below. So this weekend, you're going to be having a topic called Conquering Fear, Unleashing Your Potential, and Building Self-Confidence. Definitely a great topic. So to all the Benihis out there, please attend that monthly meeting. You'll be able to learn some of these aspects of and personalities and how you can build your character as a person. So please continue to support your Benhi local monthly meeting. And now for what is coming up in the rest of the district of Micronesia on June 23, that is Sunday next week. The CBI, which is the Christian Brotherhood International, is going to be having the recognition of graduates and promotions. So please, those who have been those who have graduated and those who have promotions, like in the elementary, middle school, please do send forth your names and do participate in this activity because we do want to recognize all of you for your great and hard work job in your school. So please join us on June 23, and then of course on June 29, that is the Saturday Youth Unity Games, which is the e-games edition. So every local congregation needs at least 5 players in their local congregation to participate in the few of the many e-games. So if you want to know what those e-games are, there's 2K24, Mobile Legends, Dota 2, Call of Duty, and Valorant. So please join us on that. We're going to be so excited. This is the first time we kind of did this e-games edition. So we're excited to see the skill and awesomeness of our brethren here in the district of Micronesia. Now, Brother Michael, let's go ahead and see who's been our winners for last week's broadcast.
All right, and if Tech can help us out here, we will now be presenting the local hashtag winner from last week, and it is the locale of Saipan. And also for the most supportive is Sister Irish Davis from the locale of Manila. Congrats to locale of Saipan and Sister Irish Davis from the locale of Manila.
Yes, thank you so much for your support and always helping us here in our INCRadio live streaming broadcast. So we want to also invite you again for next week's broadcast, same time, June 22. That is a Saturday, 10 p.m. tomorrow Standard Time. So we'll see you there. Once again, we want to go ahead and end the show and say our greetings and thank yous. So Brother Michael, take it away.
All right, and we'd like to give our greetings and thank yous to our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our SEPC President, CEO, and CFO Coordinator, Brother Angelo Eranio Manalo. We would also like to greet our district staff, to our district minister, Brother Joven Sapilio Jr., our Assistant District Minister, Brother Julius Malabanan, and also to our CFO Overseer, Brother Daniel Jeffrey Munar. And we'd also like to thank our crew members there in Saipan, Sister Bam Bam, Sister Jillian, Sister Gwen, Brother Husky, Brother RY, Brother Matt, Brother Judah, and Brother Red. And here on the island of Guam, we'd like to thank our Sister Arlene, Sister Randy, Sister Avi, Sister Maria, Brother Randy, Brother Sean, also to Sister Faye and to Sister Ann as well.
Thank you, Brother Michael, for that. I do want to plug in before I wrap up the show is to say a happy birthday to Sister Michelle Guion. She's from the local congregation of Garapax. So happy birthday. I hope you are having an awesome evening. So once again, to our executive producer, Brother Emmanuel Andaya, thank you so much for your love and your support here in our satellite studio. And so I want to say good night, Micronesia. We'll see you again. Coming up next is Washington, D.C. Satellite Studio. Good night. Thank you.